Thank you, town meeting members, for the opportunity to present my article regarding the project, the high school project, and the challenges we're facing as a community with respect to the MBTA rezonings we've done. I'd like to make it clear that although I don't know on this particular day whether yesterday the school building committee voted on a final plan or not. I hope not. I hope they delayed. This is my interest to encourage the community to step back for a bit and look at the challenges that we now are facing that we were unaware of, and hold back for at least a couple of months till we make clear what is the best path for Lexington to go down. Okay, article motion for special town meeting November 13, 2024. Whereas Lexington was one of the first communities to adopt the state's mandatory multifamily rezoning, and whereas Lexington rezoned 4 times the required acreage, and whereas Lexington is undertaking a major project to renew its high school, and whereas it is impossible to know the impact the new multifamily rezoning will have on future enrollment, therefore, be it resolved that the select board, in partnership with the school committee and our state legislatures, request MSBA to fund Lexington's high school project in 2 phases. The first phase to address existing overcrowding, and the second in 2 to 5 years when the enrollment from the new rezoning will be better understood. This represents the fields where the Bloom project has been proposed. I'm very much against using these fields as a very significant piece of Lexington. It's a large open space, every bit as important as our battle green. These are the fields it proposed the school will be built on. We should not be building on the fields. We should not be building on the fields. The fields don't belong to the schools. They belong to recreation for the benefit of all citizens. They are deeded recreation lands. They are protected under Article 97 of the state constitution. It would take a year or more to get relief, and not likely to happen. It would have to be done. It would have to be shown that there is no reasonable alternative. Obviously, there is. Keep the school where it is. The site has many complicated wetland and stormwater management issues, both costly in time and money. The site is a 50-foot deep peat bog, unwise and expensive to build on. It would destroy Lexington's unique open space recreation complex by splitting it in half, losing the connectivity of the playground. And at $600+ million, it's way too costly for taxpayers and unlikely to pass a debt exclusion vote. Building a phased project is a better choice. The first phase can create one large 172,000 square foot building on one that is 4.5 times the building it replaces, similar to SMMA's 2015 proposal. This building can be attached to the first floor to the commons. This addresses enrollment growth and the need for a larger commons. It can be started in 1 year and be completed by the fall of 2027. It can be built on a budget of $200 million, less than 1/3 the proposed plan, much more manageable for taxpayers and for winning a debt exclusion vote. This gives us time to consider next best choices, an opportunity to consider a new field house and additional academic space, either new or renovated. This depicts an elevation of what I would propose to be for phase 1. Picture on the right shows us the footprint, approximately how it would relate to the present campus. And let me also mention at this point that central office should stay at Harrington. This site should stay in the school's control to be available for future needs. When it relocates, it should be at 173 Bedford Street. This is a 2.5-acre site that can accommodate central office and the future interest for EV bus storage. This approach gives Lexington options to respond to the great unknown. How many more students will the new multifamily zoning bring? Since Lexington was the first to adopt new state-required housing districts, and we did it at 4 times the requirement. MSBA should, with the backing of our schools and select board, allow us to get half our allotted funding now and the balance in 2 to 5 years when new enrollments are better understood. Political powers and the MSBA must cooperate to adjust to this new world communities are facing. This article speaks to this issue and gets our high school what it needs now: more space and time to decide what to do next. Town meeting has a responsibility to support necessary steps to prepare Lexington for the impacts from its recent decision to rezone for additional housing. Supporting this article will send the right message. Now I'm bringing up the Bloom plan that is the latest proposed plan on how it relates. And I don't know if I have a way of pointing, or I guess not, but this is what seems to be the most favored plan at this point. You see the close proximity to the existing schools, and you also see how close it is to the end of Clark Street, and right across there, the children's play lot. This is what they call the weave. This is where they go through the campus and renew all the school, but disregarding the field house. This is, in my judgment, a very inefficient and expensive way to go about renewing the high school campus. This is what we're proposing. We call it the Thrive. That footprint represents the existing language building, which would be removed, and the approximate footprint of what the new phase 1 building would represent. Thank you for your consideration, and I'm ready for questions.